Welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. I'm Jody, and along with my long-distance bestie Amanda, we live to break down all the things we love to hate. Each week, we scour TV, TikTok, and pop culture and deliver you our unfiltered, snarky takes on everything. Take a moment to subscribe on YouTube so you catch all our live streams and shows, and follow the links in the banner to subscribe to our free weekly podcast and 2 Patreon shows, We Love to Hate TV and Total Request Podcast, where you request the shows and we break them down. Once subscribed, you have instant access to our massive library of hundreds of past shows and recaps. We promise you'll love it. And listen, we're all friends here, so let us hear from you in the comments. We love getting to know you, and we hope you enjoy the show. All right, let's go. Hello, and welcome to We Love to Hate Everything. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Jody.
And I am Aminata. Am I on a delay?
I don't know, maybe?
Hello?
It's
Hi.
the luck of the Canadians, maybe?
That leprechauns being a little sillies, being a little stinker. Let me know if I'm on the delay. I'll even come back.
Oh, well, good morning. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Aminata, are you Irish? Are you celebrating any rainbows or pot of gold at the end of the rainbow today?
I think, as everyone can see, as we both said, we both have the map of Poland on our face. So we're not tricking anyone. But,
no, but we're trying.
The Browns pretend to be a bunch of things, and I think Irish is one of them. And Scottish. Jewish.
But Cody's favorite, of course, is
Jewish.
His Jew friend. Right,
Jew.
correct.
Jew.
Oh, well, you know what? How about we get a little housekeeping out of the way, and then we'll jump into a whole bunch of fun hot topics in Browntown.
I love it. Let's do it. You want to get right into housekeeping?
Let's
I really think I'm on a delay, so guys, let me know. Or I'm just for me. What are we doing? Let's check out Robin's kitchen. Nice.
Oh, there you are. Okay, I know it feels like something's off today. Maybe there's like a new moon or something.
Maybe remember how I was like really like early in my period last month? Now I'm 5 days late. So I'm just like, all right,
that's cool.
Any minute. Can't wait.
Hey, Mama Squirrel says the only green thing in Cody's house is mold.
And
that's the truth.
His jealousy of literally everyone else on the planet.
Hey, speaking of jealousy, we had a ton of fun recording this week's episode of We Love to Hate TV, season 13 episode of Sister Wives, Meri on her own.
Meri on her own.
Now, I want you to remember what Meri looks like in this photo, because in Browntown today, we're going to see someone else who's been sneaking around calling herself Meri, but that gal is a cool 30 years younger than that Meri.
But you know what? That gal knows
how to party on the playa.
Meri also thought it would be the best option to get on live and yell at all of us about why the hell would us poo-poo heads ask her if Robin has dolls. I don't know, guys. Why would I even know? I'm like, you're drunk, and why are you yelling at us?
Yeah. Who else would know if she had dolls better than you?
Go yell at Robin.
Meri probably knows better than Cody.
Money on those dolls.
That's what I'm saying, babe.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. This is a really good question. Jay Schwab, can I ask something insensitive? I don't think it is. Did Meri get a boob job? That swimming video does not match my memory of Meri in a Mexican hole.
Maybe.
Let's look at that later, because we are going to break that down in Browntown.
We got a few videos today.
That's right. We also have a few voicemails in this week's Girl Dinner. It's listener mailbag. And as always, we have some of our callers today here in the chat. We love hearing all of your voices. It always just makes us giddy. And this week on TRP, PEN15, the sleepover episode when they're at Mora's house. And then Maura goes like a little bit crazy. And we all knew that girl.
It's a cringe episode to watch because we've all known that girl and we've all probably been that girl. I definitely have been that girl. And I'm the other girl. That's why in my current dating life, I'm realizing that I am equal parts anxious, attachment, and avoidant.
Yeah, we're finding out a lot of.
I'm also obsessed with people, but then I'm like, get the fuck away from me.
It's like we want them when we want them. We don't want them when we don't want them.
It's all but the chase, baby. All right.
What was that from?
I don't really know. It was like a character I just made up.
And maybe like that was like David Woolley seducing Christine in a weird way.
Oh, gross.
Like,
I know how about the best for you, baby, from Moab.
We'll hear some of David later because he's helping Christine sell Plexus now. We all knew it was coming.
Oh, hey, speaking of things to sell, we got to do it too. So check out our merch shop. We got lots of designs. Our latest one that Amanda's a big fan of, drywall, since 1980. And anything else in in housekeeping? I know you did.
Okay, so TRP, we asked for all these requests, and now we're set for like probably a year. But keep sending them if you have good ones. Please don't hesitate to send them. But we're not desperate for them anymore. So that's one thing. Two is that a couple weeks ago, and we keep forgetting to promote it because we are so bad at promoting everything. But on our Patreon now, every week there will be ad-free versions of this. All right, video and audio. This episode, I'm so glad I remembered this. I'm on a good streak right now.
Okay.
The Meri on Your Own episode is the foot episode and I did cut it where Jodi's showing her feet, bunions, hangnails, akimbo. But
I don't have hangnails. I don't have what no, I was thinking I don't want to get ingrown toenails, so I need to go for a pedicure. But I do have little growing bunions, my little bunnies, my little funny bunnies.
Gross. Well, anyway, I left the audio in. So if you listen to that audio, you can hear us when we
hear me on a full spiral of like, oh, great.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to have to do this.
And then what was the other thing? Oh, leave us voicemails because we want to do a voicemail bag every, 5-6 weeks. So always leave those voicemails and the link will be in the show notes. And they're also pinned on Patreon. And that's it. Do you want to do?
All right. Let's get into some hot topics.
All right. Let's go, baby.
I love the So I just thought this would be fun because I love blind items. We haven't done any in a while. I feel like the whole world's been kind of talking about Blake, and I mean, we're going to be talking about her too. But that'd be fun to just throw in some blind items if we come across some good ones. And I saw this one on my personal favorite blind item site. I know a lot of people like Crazy Days and Nights, but I've always liked blindgossip.com. And this one they threw up. And at first I was like, oh, no, that can't be. But it is. This is a photo blind item. And this is like not doctored or anything. They will just take photos that celebrities have posted of themselves. And you have to guess who they are. Do you have any idea who this is in this photo?
Paula Abdul.
Oh, damn it. You guessed correct. Okay, yes. This is Paula Abdul. But Amanda, explain what this looks like because it doesn't look like Paula Abdul.
I don't know what you want me to say.
You think this looks like Paula Abdul?
Yeah, the second you put it up, I thought Paula Abdul.
What? Okay, thank you in the comments because people are like, what? Okay, people are shocked.
Oh, this is supposed to be a current picture of Paula Abdul.
Yes.
Oh, yes, that's crazy. I thought this was just an old picture of Paula Abdul.
Oh, no, she just posted this, babe. Thank you, Auntie Krista. When she was 16.
I think I'm more privy to Paula's face because I did watch every episode of the Bravo hit TV show, Hey Paula. It might have been on E. Seems more E.
Was it Hey Paula? I was thinking it would be names like Forever Your Girl or something like that.
No, it's called Hey Paula. And there's a whole sequence where she's about to get on a plane overnight for like a red eye, like she's like really crunched in there. And her assistant brings her plain clothes and it's like skinny jeans, and she's so pissed. And like, I'm like, I would be pissed too.
Do you remember when she I think I even watched the wedding special. It might have been on like Lifetime. It's been when she married Emilio Estevez.
Oh yeah, they were together. That's right.
Yeah.
On that show, there's also this. I mean, if anyone wants to just like, if you want to laugh like Meri and Jen, you can find this scene. It's where well, first of all, she's like trying to like scare her assistant, and so she like kind of scares them, like boo, and the person's like ah, and then she starts laughing like, and it like gets away from her, and then she's like sobbing, laughing on the floor, and all of her assistants are like. And then later in the episode, she gets a call because she's supposed to be the choreographer of the Bratz movie.
That hit. Yep. That's a movie I did see. No, I'm totally kidding.
She was going to choreograph that, but then I guess she gets fired for it for some reason, and she gets the call while the cameras are on, and she's like loses it. And she's like, I was supposed to choreograph the Bratz movie, and it's just so unfair. And then like in the background, her assistants are like dying laughing, like doing everything in their bodies to be like, it's just.
You know what that reminded me of? The Leave Britney Alone guy.
Yeah, that was very much the same.
Ahead of their time, really. I mean, where are they now? Because I think they need to check in to sing a Britney song.
I think we should maybe not leave Britney alone. Okay, well,
yeah, careful.
Thank you for that shocking blind item.
Yeah, okay. Not so shocking in TikTok news. I'm glad that you are up on this. Okay, so this chick, her TikTok is, I think it's like Kaleido with Katie. It's short for like kaleidoscope. So she had this TikTok. It was her first TikTok she ever posted. She was in Waco, Texas. Apparently there's a hotel Chip and Joanna Gaines have, Hotel 1928. And she went there for a night with her mom, this woman, and they were sitting, waiting in the lobby. Jump in if I'm forgetting anything. And someone at the hotel, an employee, said that or like, oh, you know, keep your eyes peeled because there could be a celebrity that's going to be coming through. That's why there's all this hubbub. That's why there's florists going in and out. And then so she's sitting in the lobby and she has her phone in her lap and she does record Blake and her bodyguard or something, assistant coming in, but you truly cannot see anything. I mean, it could have been Latrice walking in and it could have been Blake Lively. Like you don't see anything. And so, but she just posted that. Okay, so she recorded Blake. You barely saw anything. She, in fact, didn't even post the TikTok until days later because there's nothing on it. But what happened was it like the next day, she and her mom are like checking out of the hotel, and suddenly, like, she hears something. She hears someone's voice, and it's like Blake next to her with her phone going, "Hi, hi." Like recording her, and they're like, okay. And they get in their car to leave. And then Blake's team, her bodyguard, and all these people come over to her car and start like harassing her. It's like it's turned in this whole thing that now she's been reached out to at home. Blake's team, Blake's nanny was trolling her Instagram account, and they have these troll accounts. They're calling her fat. And
I have a couple things about this. First, Blake, do you want us to pay attention to you or don't you? Because like, what do you want? Do you want us to leave you alone because you keep shoving yourself in our faces? And then the other thing is, Amanda, a very non-famous person in Canada who is not going through a very public legal battle, would never pull out my phone and get in someone's face like that, because you are literally asking for that to be posted on the internet in 5 minutes and be labeled as a Karen and for your whole career to be destroyed. So why would you think that her in this huge legal battle, this is my next move?
Well, what, like, this is the girl that you're going to go after? Someone sitting in a lobby. Like, then maybe check into a regular hotel, put on a baseball hat. Don't have fresh flowers delivered when you're staying there. If you really just want to lay low, then don't, go and cause a scene. And to be going to someone and be like, oh, hi, I'm recording you now. How do you like it? Like everyone's saying, you're an actress. You're a Nepo baby, in fact. You knew this, you signed up for this. You knew what it was going to be, in fact.
I mean, it's wild. It's just she's so down. I'm really praying for her downfall. By the way, thank you to Rebecca, who said in the comments, everyone check out Friday's Pod in the City episode. Great episode, Running with Sisters. It's my favorite episode of all time, me, Amanda. And thank you, because I always forget to promote Pod in the City on here. So thank you. Now John won't yell at me. Yeah, I'm going to take us really off track here. Okay. My mind is really going a mile a minute here. While you were talking about how you can't even see Blake in the background of this video. My brain went to, this is such a horrible segue, but it is kind of the same amount that you can see the person in the background. They finally released this week the whole video of the murder on the High Bridge. And I can't
stop. The Delphi murder.
Stop showing that to me. And you don't see anything more than you really saw before. So I want to ask you, why you think they just didn't release the whole thing before?
I don't know. I caught a split second of it, and I swiped right past it. I don't want to see that. Like, I don't see anything. Like it will.
Like, this is the least you've ever seen in a video ever, but it makes it more haunting. And I'm just, it keeps coming into my feed, and I need to not see it. You haven't seen it.
No,
you don't see anything. You just hear the girls going like, "Oh, is he behind us?"
Oh, and then God, see, that's enough for me. That's enough.
I know, but like, why do you think they didn't?
Why?
Do you think it's just so that you didn't like insensitive to hear the girls' voices? I don't know. And also watching the video, I don't think you'd get any better of a sense on who the person is.
Okay. Oh, okay. So Jacob, give us a rundown of the Delphi murders for those who don't know.
Oh, you please do it. You're going to do this in a much more sensitive way than I could.
Okay. So I'm. Oh, okay. So I know there's Libby and what was the other girl's
Abigail?
name? Yes, thank you. So it was like two girls, early middle school age, I believe, something like that. There was a day off of school. They decide that they're going to go and walk along this bridge, almost like a Stand By Me sort of area, I guess.
Well, like, I think because their parents both like dropped them off there. Like this was like just a thing they were going to do.
It's a local area, whatever. They're going to walk around, and they went missing. Then they went back and they found one of their phones. I'm giving you the real Cliff's Notes. I'm not an expert in this. And on one of the phones, they found that one of them had taken photos of like this grainy man in the distance, and that we know that there was a video where you just hear the man saying down the hill.
Yeah.
And then both girls were found, murdered and, abused and all that kind of stuff. So for a long time, they weren't able to solve it. And everyone's like, this has to be someone from the hometown, the small town, because
they released
only that person would know. Yeah.
They released a video of the guy walking, and they really did just zoom in and splice him out because he is like right here on the girl.
Yeah.
So they cut it right out, which I guess that's good. You see him walking, and then way later, like a year later, they release audio of him just going down the hill. It's horrible. But anyway,
they solved it not too long ago, and so now they released I'm guessing like it's probably just got to be public information, and there's people who just want to put it out. I don't know. I mean, if I were their parents, I certainly wouldn't want that kind of stuff released, but if it's public information, maybe that's just like what it is,
Yeah, I mean, you don't. I mean, anyway.
So I have something to lighten the mood, to make you smile, Amanda. I just want to know, does this guy look familiar to you?
Delphi murders. No.
Okay, let me zoom out. Look what I found this weekend, a Free Willy board game. And as we know, your ex-boyfriend, Big Dick Chris, was almost in the Free Willy movie as the main character.
He was the other kid.
Not as Willy.
He was supposed to be Jesse. Everyone's heard that story so
many
times.
Almost, there was a casting call in town that he could have gone to.
No, it wasn't even that.
Oh.
It was like he had an agent and he had taken pictures, and I think they sent in his picture for submission. And then he was never contacted.
Close.
He was never contacted.
Narrowly missed that part.
Yeah.
I have a question. Did you contact a certain gentleman caller that you came across on Tinder this weekend?
Okay, don't put it up yet. But now I'm not really actively trying to like look for anyone new right now. But like sometimes I'll go on Tinder just if I'm bored because
they're looking for you, babe.
They are looking for me. This guy, honestly, like if I was in a certain type of mood, I might have been like, yeah, I'll click on this because I appreciate the honesty and the bluntness. But this is just front page of this guy's profile. Did I cut out the name, right?
Everyone close your eyes.
Doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter.
Okay, it's going. Okay.
You can't see the picture. Throw it out.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, I did
good. No name. No name.
I didn't get that out. Okay, so it says this is his about me. Who else likes morning yoga in bed? I don't know about you all, but that's when I like to exercise the most. I'm not sure why I'm horny when I wake up in the mornings, but it might have something to do with morning wood. Who knows? All I know is I'm usually horny when I wake up. Eye roll emoji. Anyone else have that same problem? Maybe we can work it out together. Winky face emoji, and then what's this? A West Side?
Winky tongue out face emoji.
Listen, I kind of appreciate just the bluntness of this.
Maybe we can work it together.
Also,
and I think he means work out together, not work it together.
Work it out together. That's what it was. I also want to ask this man, do you think that you are alone in this morning wood situation? He's, I don't know why I'm horny. It might be the morning wood.
And that yoga is a workout. Like he
is a workout.
He thinks that was a clever one. He's like, yoga. This is okay. This is what happened. He finally did yoga for the first time ever. He did like a Peloton workout. And he's like, wow, yoga, like this is really this is a workout. And then he got a boner the next morning. He was like, I'm still kind of sore from that yoga. Oh, I do a workout. Oh, you know what? The ladies are going to like this joke. Let me see who I can make wet this morning on Tinder. And then you just fell right into that trap, didn't you?
I didn't swipe on that one. We didn't match. But I feel like I enjoy that part of the morning as well. I am literally his audience for that.
However, do you like this kind of foreplay? Tongue out, winky face emoji, like devil fingers.
You think that's a shocker emoji? That's an emoji for the shocker.
No.
I mean, if it is, I regret not swiping on it. All right. Well, anyway, I thought you guys, if I come up with any other fun Tinder stuff, I'll throw it in there. Because
I still think that one. I still think that one. I need to see if I can that photo. No,
the guy in front of Auschwitz.
Yeah, the one guy who took a selfie in front of Auschwitz. When I was on Tinder, that was again as if some lady's gonna be like, God, I feeling tingly down there. Something's doing it for me. I don't know.
You sent it to me. I didn't realize that it was Auschwitz. So I thought we were just gonna. I thought that the intention was to troll. Like I'm like, way to not smile in your profile picture, buddy. And you're like, well, he said Auschwitz.
Yeah, and he's wearing the earphones for like the guided tour, the self-guided tour. It's like really like you too could go to Auschwitz with this guy. Jacob, good question, Jody. So the emojis is what killed it for me.
You were good up until those last emojis. And he said morning sex is fantastic. I'm starting to like morning sex more. I feel like I'm fine with it as long as both people like brush their teeth right beforehand. Because like first thing in the morning, it's disgusting. Everyone's disgusting. I'm disgusting.
You got to be ready to like get up and go because now you're pushing into daylight hours. You know what I mean? Like now we're pushing things. We're pushing the clock here. I'm always trying to look for a sweet transition. Speaking of pulling on something, how you not that mug like Meri and Jen.
Let's pull the trigger on this documentary that you watched.
That's right. Over on Hulu. Last Take, Rust and the Story of Halyna. Now, I assigned you to watch this in somewhat uncertain terms.
Well, no, you just put it on the list and then I saw it.
Well,
I feel like you watched this fully out of spite. I feel like you're like, oh, we're watching this because this is our family's biggest fight.
Okay. So as we know, Alec Baldwin, who now has his own reality show with his wife, who is not from Mallorca, who is not de Mallorca. He shot and killed Halyna Hutchins. Right, Amanda?
Yes, at the fault of the armor.
Well, the armor has been found at fault, and I believe she's serving her time.
Right, so we're all on the same page.
And it was an accident, but he did kill her.
But it's not murder.
He accidentally murdered her. And he pulled the trigger, which you should never pull the trigger on set. I do think the armor is blind. Okay. However, I will say,
we were screaming at each other on a text message, and John was in the text message, just like, whoa.
Okay. Thank you, Jean Boots. Manslaughter.
Right.
I really am interested where you all fall on this, because you are like, no, he beat the charges. He beat the charges.
I'm looking at it from the actor point of view.
I still think he's accountable in some way.
Okay.
As Rebecca's saying, he's a producer on the film.
I agree with that. I agree that as a producer, he's at fault.
Yeah, there needs to be some sort of accountability held. Yeah, and you should have never pulled the trigger, and he pulled the trigger. Just saying.
Well, but you're supposed to pull it so that the blank goes off.
No, you're not. You're not supposed to. Never. Okay, well, I'm just saying, check it out, because your mind may change. But what I was going to get to is, I thought you'd be happy because I surprisingly, and I can admit this, I actually found moments of his grief to be believable.
Authentic, yeah.
I do think that he felt badly, that he was shocked. But I do think that if you are rich, you could afford to beat the charges.
I have a question.
But I do think that he's responsible.
Yeah, well, as the producer, he's like probably the most responsible. Now, here's my question. Now, because I like Alec Baldwin. I think he's like a good person deep down. I mean, the voicemail to his daughter is pretty damning. I will say that. That was really fucked up.
You slut. Wasn't it slut pig? Is that what it was?
Yeah, you called her a pig.
Yeah.
My dad has said a lot of really bad things to do. But anyway, do you think, this is an honest question, do you think that if Cody accidentally did this, Cody would feel guilt like Alec did? Or would Robin? Would Cody or Robin feel guilt if they accidentally shot someone?
Okay. Guilt, no, because I don't think that they could take fault or accountability for anything. But I do think they would very quickly enjoy the fall into grieving, somewhat they would enjoy that part of it. Like if really Cody would enjoy the like, I can't sacrifice anymore for my family. Like there would be just a lot of performance.
So we're in agreement that Alec Baldwin is ultimately a better person than Cody and Robin. Like he's nowhere near in the slums with them as far as like humanity goes.
I don't know. He's calling women fat. He's calling his own wife fat. He's calling his kids fat. I don't know about that.
Just rehashed the episode where Robin's late to Logan's graduation. And God, if you want to hate Robin even more, I mean, just even thinking about it. And the fact that she's missing a nail in the beginning of the episode and then she has a nail on. Like just everything. That's like really maybe one of her
smoking
worst.
Gun.
And then the face she makes when she walks in, like she's mad.
Yeah. With her tight jaw.
Well, the jaw is like knocking out like women and children.
All of the students on campus are really to blame because none of them knew where the auditorium was.
No,
I think everyone. Do you know where the auditorium is? Do you know where the auditorium is? No one knew.
No one knew. The blame can be rebound to Meri needing her camera, and then even more to Janelle, who didn't give them the information.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beakerface says, blame yourself if you should.
Oh, 100% it would go immediately to blame and money. Those would be the first two thoughts was, shit, how can we blame someone else? And oh my God.
Joe also says it was all Christine's fault.
Well, yeah, usually, of course.
Of course.
Okay.
All right. Where else are we here? Oh, okay. Let's get into it. White Lotus.
Just finished it. Okay, it's getting better. I did gasp audibly and like toward the end when like all the shenanigans.
Okay, spoiler alert. There is okay. I'll be honest with you. I didn't watch that kiss because I couldn't. It was that.
It was pretty hot. I was really into it.
Really?
Yes. Now listen, this is the kind of porn that sometimes I find myself in with like the sibling stuff. But I think a lot of that is because I do not have siblings, so it like doesn't even compute in my head. I just find it like I'm like that would be so naughty if they did that. And I was like,
was there tongue?
What?
Was there tongue?
Maybe a little tongue will slip in for a second. Maybe. But like not
so little brother, what happened is little brother told the two girls to kiss. Okay, tale as old as time, right? And then they kind of pointed, right? The Canadian was like, now you two. And then little brother kind of leaned in and pulled in.
He's more into it. And they're on drugs.
Okay.
Schwarzenegger took the drug.
Okay. All right. Well, I know you don't like Schwarzenegger, right?
No, I don't care. No, I don't care about Schwarzenegger. You don't like Schwarzenegger.
Okay, I don't. Okay, so I pulled up. Okay, if you want to take over the comments, because I pulled some quotes because I do find Patrick Schwarzenegger just douchey, and I know his character is supposed to be douchey. Let me read this to you and see if you receive it in the same essence that I'm getting it.
Okay.
Regarding the kiss between Saxon and Lachlan, Patrick Schwarzenegger said, quote, if you watch the other seasons, you have an idea of what Mike White's looking for. I remember the first time he told me what he was looking for with this role, how he wanted him to be this kind of douchebag that was so ridiculous, so without a filter, but also really funny and charismatic that you love to hate him, but you also kind of love him. That's
I don't really even
he's talking about his own character. I'm like,
yeah. No, he thinks a lot of himself and his acting.
Yeah. So Mike White, like he wrote this character to be kind of smarmy, like you hate him, but you really love him. No, we really hate him. We really hate you.
Like the character on the show that like I don't really care about. But then I'm starting to get interested in this story. And here's somebody said in the comments here, Leslie Bibb and Sam Rockwell have been together for 20 years. Sam Rockwell was also in this episode. He gave this really good monologue. I feel like he's gonna win like a
I didn't know that they were together.
Me neither. Wow. That's awesome. Leslie Bibb is one of the three girls, the one who came out as a Republican in the last episode.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. I love Sam Rockwell too. But another really hot part with the brothers is like when they're like laying on the beach and then like Schwarzenegger like puts his hand on his younger brother's like the small of his back, and then he like lays down, but he like keeps his hand there. That's when the little brother was like
creepy.
Yeah,
no, this is
I was shocked though that they really went there. Like I was really honestly shocked.
Okay, so now what else I found interesting that I didn't know? So we have, and now this makes the Leslie Bibb, Sam Rockwell connection even more interesting because I didn't know they were together. Not only is Patrick Schwarzenegger a Nepo baby, did you know that the kid who plays Lachlan is a Nepo baby?
Shocker.
He's the son of Emily Mortimer and Alessandro Nivola.
Emily Mortimer, is she the one with the hollow bones on 30 Rock?
Oh, I don't know. She's British. You know her. If you saw her face, you know her. So this is...
Yes, that's her. Okay.
Like, this really is interesting because now he's, like, casting people maybe, like, kind of in their roles as themselves. And then we have, like, the crossover with or is it just, like, that's Hollywood?
I think it's a little bit.
Like, is he purposely casting in that way where people... have connections to each other already.
Mike White is like pretty brilliant. And I feel like I feel like Mike White is very Bo Burnham in the way that everything is like very calculated and like he's kind of one step ahead of everyone else. Go Away Jacob says, do you feel like the little brother kind of hates his brother but is still attracted to him? Well, yeah, of course. As Anthony says on Sex and the City, hello, some of the best sex I've ever had has been with people I can't stand.
Yeah.
It's hotter.
And that's why like women like the bad boy, the unattainable guy, because you're like, I think he kind of hates me and thinks I'm ugly and fat. So like, of course I need to be used by him and be art.
That's why I just deleted Drywall's phone number and blocked it. Cause I'm like, I don't even want access to that guy. Cause that is like such a bad news situation. Cause it was amazing.
Oh my God. Just like, okay, but you also wrote the Emoji Movie. I mean, this is coming full circle.
Mike White did?
Really is coming all around. How about when Walter Goggins goes and meets up with his friend?
Did you put up this picture already?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Yeah, Sam Rockwell. I thought the monologue was just really good, and he should win.
That was wild.
Yeah,
that's
and
crazy.
Walter Goggins was really good in that too. There's like Mike White has a really good knack for catching people in like a silent, like a facial journey. Not that kind of facial.
A silent, like when they come to a silent realization of something.
And they're going through a whole bunch of thoughts in their head, and you can like see them scanning all the thoughts. Walter Goggins like, has that at one point where it just flashes to Walton Goggins, and he's just like shocked, and then his face is just kind of like coming to all these different realizations, and then he just says something very glib. I don't know. I thought that was a really strong scene for both those men. I loved it.
Yeah.
So I'm liking White Lotus again. See, we had to lay the ground. Oh, and I'm kind of into the Belinda storyline. I was thinking of you with that lizard.
Okay, I am not at all. I'm so glad you brought this up. Because
I'm talking about the lizard. If there was a lizard in your room, like what'd you do? I wouldn't even call anyone. I would just like I would probably pick it up, or I would shoo it out probably. He wouldn't freak me out.
No, you would feed it like a piece of cold pizza.
I'd put my fingy in its face immediately, make sure.
And it would now be your pet.
Yeah.
It would be your new pet.
Like how many months of quarantine will this lizard need before I bring him back to Canada?
Oh, I would definitely call front desk. Like you need to come get this thing out. I obviously I know this is an unpopular opinion, and whether you want to call it a foolish opinion or not, because I know she won some award, I just don't think she's that good of an actress.
Oh yeah, I don't. Well,
I find it like a very elementary acting. Like that's how I would probably act. Another thing that I feel like I would be good at is acting. Put that up there with ballet.
Not as easy as it looks. I'll tell you firsthand. If you want to read some of my old theater reviews.
I don't know.
Almost every theater. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say, or it's just that I feel like she's acting amongst such a high caliber, like Parker Posey, Sam Rockwell, like
in a lot of scenes with people though. It's just like her and one other person.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Like it feels like there is a shift in momentum or a shift in tone when you go to her scenes. I don't know. I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
I lost it. All right. Let's, are you done with White Lotus?
Yes. All right. I just want to do one really quick pimp for this show, Extracted, that is on Fox or Hulu. Go and watch it. It's really good. There was like a real shocking moment this last week. Amanda's laughing at me, but it's just such an amazing show. You got to watch it.
Next week's
Extracted.
She has an Extracted podcast that she's starting.
Yeah, I'm gonna just like fall. I'm gonna come on full Extracted merch. Extracted head.
When Sister Wives is canceled, then maybe we should just move on to Extracted. It's a natural.
It's only a season, but like I'm pretty sure it's gonna get picked up, and it probably won't. It probably won't get renewed. But I find it to be a really great season, and a really great show.
You know what I'm watching? Really, what I spent 45 minutes trying to figure out a new show to watch, and then I landed on Vanderpump Rules.
We keep trying to make it back.
Oh, good. I forgot how good it is. I'm on season 3 and 4 on Netflix in Canada now. And I forgot how much shit happens. It's so good. I mean, you're just not watching it out of spite at this point.
No, but you know what I am watching? A little bit of Amber on TikTok. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's time for some Teen Mom. Here they are, if you haven't seen these ladies in a while. Their children are 16 now. That is not a joke or exaggeration, so just take that in. What is Amber up to? Because I know she is a grown woman, and she is high above the drama. She's not going to get sucked into this anymore.
She's high on Instagram Live is what I thought you were going to say. Because her pupils are like, you can't even see the colors of her eyes because her pupils are so dilated. Is that the word? Yeah, dilated is when they're big, right?
Yeah. She's just like, oh, I love you guys.
guys. Well, a few things
like
with Amber. Well, let me go through what happened on Teen Mom, the episode, because I bought this whole season in advance. So I guess I'll do recaps every week. This episode sucks again, but I'll end with like the Amber stuff because that'll segue into Amber. So Jade's family is setting up an intervention for Christy, her mom. And she's like, did I already tell you this? I think I told you this on an episode that's going to air maybe next week. But anyway, this is what happens. Christy, they're going to do an intervention, and Christy kind of can like feel like she can sniff it out that it's kind of happening.
Oh no. No.
Last week, but for some reason I don't think it was you, but who the fuck else would I tell this to? All right. So they're at the intervention, and Christy's like you can tell she's like, oh, this is fucking weird. And you can like hear her in the background being like, it was only supposed to be me, Jade, and Sean, and Chloe. And why is it?
I'm feeling anxious. Oh, don't go in.
Everyone's like, no, it's cool. But then at first they're like, I don't know if we should do the intervention because grandma, the mom of Christy, is in the hospital now because she's got another blockage. It could kill her if this intervention doesn't go well. Or it could kill her if this intervention does go well. That's how the grandma. Anyway, they're in the intervention, and everyone's like, they're making cake, or they're bringing out some dessert, and they talk about how there's going to be a code word, a Q, and I think it's dessert. That's when the intervention is going to start.
On dessert is when they're going to start.
I obviously only watched this once. I'm not sitting through this again, but yes, now it's all coming back to me. So they sit down, and like Christy, and again, in the background, she's like, I don't know why everyone's here. Why are we all here right now? And they sit down, and then everyone's like, don't worry about it, Christy. Just sit down and have your dessert. And then the sister is like,
oh my God.
We all care about you very much. And Christy's like, fuck this motherfucker. She like stands up and she's just like screaming, fuck this. When pretty much how you thought it would. It might be how I would react too. It's such
Every time I think of Christy, I think of her holding that giant Mountain Dew cup.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was like the jumbo cup. And Jade is like, Mom, please hold on to it. Do not spill that. It's brand new in my car. You're going to spill that. And she's like, I'm not going to spill, Jade. God. They like hit a bump, and she empties the entire thing. And she's like, God, I told you. And she's like, Jade, God, don't be such a bitch about it. Gonna be too, Jade. She is just a horrible person.
She's awful.
Is she rotten on the inside?
Is she what?
Is she rotten on the inside?
I think she's definitely a narcissist. She doesn't want to take. There was like with her and Chow last week. Chow's like, why don't you just take a drug test or take a test? And she's like, because that means that trust. Like without trust, there's nothing. I'm like, I don't buy it.
You're lying.
I would take a drug. I wish someone would ask me to take a drug test. I just celebrated my year of sober on Saturday. I want someone to ask me to take a drug test. Like, let me show you. So,
well, I was going to say, like, I mean, I understand what she's saying where, yeah, are you ever going to be able to trust me? But if you are literally just trying to prove your sobriety in that moment, this is a real easy thing to get out of, Christy.
Pretty easy.
Unless there's something to hide. Yeah.
But Ryder has a heart monitor. And now this is pretty much my entire storyline. And wherever we go and we're going to have fun, I'm going to announce to everyone, Ryder, show everyone your heart monitor.
She's the opposite. She's the opposite of Leah. Leah wants to talk about it, but not actually do anything in public or follow through.
Cheyenne
just wants to be able to talk about it and do it in front of everyone on However, it's more attention for herself.
It is, but I think she is also nervous, and I really feel bad for Ryder already because there's a way that Cheyenne could spin this where it's not going to give Ryder a lifetime of anxiety, worried about her heart. But now Ryder, like, I think she was playing soccer or something, and then Ryder had a little bit of discomfort, and then Ryder immediately went over to her mom, and she's like, my heart hurts, because I feel like that's kind of a slippery slope here, where like every time Ryder, I'm not even blaming Ryder, but like every time she experiences discomfort in her body, I would be like, oh fuck, I need to stop doing this.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you're worried.
I mean, I'm not Cheyenne. I can't imagine how stressful that must be. Okay. Adoption for, okay. Leah's dad gets some biopsies of his colons, and Leah talks, and this is Leah, the way Leah talks is she like, at least
you should be cleansing your hair every morning. The girls is cleanse their hair every morning before school. Oh, I thought you said colons.
Narcan.
Girls don't have those.
She's like, I feel like she's been media trained or something. Someone's told her don't use non sequiturs but so now when she talks to the camera, she's just putting spaces in the sentence where like the like should be. So she's like, my dad went to the hospital and got the biopsies. And then her and Victoria are talking about, Leah's like, here's his discharges papers. She really and then her sister's like, well, I bet the biopsies should tell us. The biopsies will probably tell us whether or not it's cancer. I'm like, you too. It's like, come on. So great. Then Leah takes her dad out and she's like, your biopsies on your colon. And she's explaining this to her dad, who's also kind of out of it. So it's rough to like.
Because Leah's a trained RN, of course.
She's trained everything. Yes. Oh my God. All I can think of when I watch Leah is how annoying it must be to be one of her daughters, because I am chronically annoyed by literally everyone. And I can't imagine if that was my mother, who is on the level I passed when I was like 10, and now she's like talking to me and lecturing.
Well, Leah would have passed the realtor test, but as we know, she went to the computer test taking center, and wouldn't you know, after she went inside and cameras couldn't go, she came right back out because the computers is.
Oh, is that what it was?
They went down in the.
I was trying to put together in my head something happened. I'm like, was it like a bomb?
And they don't know when they're gonna reschedule this,
and then just never did. Right. So let's move on to like Leah Shirley's. Gary and Christina are now finally in talks with a lawyer about getting this shit going. And they're like, this is really going to piss off her mom. And I don't know if anyone knew this exact number, but she's like, so how often do they see each other? And Gary tells us that in the last a year, Amber has seen Leah 4 times.
I'm a good mom.
It's my mental health, and I don't want to instill that on Leah. And I'm doing this because I love Leah. And they're lying to her. So then the lawyer is like, well, we don't really even need Amber to sign off on it because that's a really good case for abandonment, Cody Brown's favorite word. So now, since that episode aired, and as I'm saying, they keep having Amber on the show so that they can use her name, but then they never show pictures of her or audio of her, so they don't have to pay her. And I'm loving this so much. But Amber obviously is a little reactive to the episodes that have been airing. So you've been sending me all the.
I've been catching her. Yeah, she's.
Can you give me a breakdown of these? Because I'm not actually watching these. Because you send them, I don't even get them until later.
Yeah. So I watched the first one. I watched just a bit of the second, and it was all the same. It's just Amber, she's on there and she's like, yeah, thanks all for the support. I'm just keeping myself healthy because that's all that matters. And it's just the haters, you guys. It's just, no, that's why. So she has made her TikTok where you can't comment on lives unless you subscribe to her for like $2.50 or something like that. So you have to pay.
That's pretty smart. Robin and Cody should have their Instagram, except I think people would still comment.
So she's just, she is just cool and easy because she's rising above the haters and she knows the truth. That's just like silly, like people are going to say things and they just don't know who she is or what she's doing. Her daughter, okay. Like James and Leah are doing great.
Okay, but I didn't see that one because the one that I saw was her being like, you know what, Macy and Kate, fuck you.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And then she did another one where she's wearing a thick headband, and this is where her eyes are like this. Also, Joan in the chat. Everyone say hi to Joan, my co-host for Pod City. Tune in every Wednesday at noon, and then also Fridays on YouTube, and subscribe. Okay, this new one is her in a headband, and she's like, guys, like, if they're a little mad at me because I flipped them off, but like, really, like, Caitlin, it is so. Oh, this is part of it also. Amber has said that she has quit Teen Mom. Guys, you don't even know, like, you're all like buying into their bullshit. I quit Teen Mom. Like, all right, girl. I quit. And Kate, it's so freeing. She's like encouraging Kate to give up her only cash source she's ever had in her entire life. I think Kate should quit. And like, you know, we're like family, those two girls. Just those two girls. But Caitlin, you should quit Teen Mom. So that happened. Then, speaking of Amber's, there's somehow,
Amber is in college, right? She goes to Purdue.
Purdue University. Purdue. What is their
Purdue Global Online University, not affiliated with the Purdue as the Boilermakers. Yeah, she held up like a Boilermaker sticker, and she's like, Purdue, baby. Wrong school, Amber.
Yeah.
Wrong school.
Go Jacob says, Liza Minnelli lies, Amber.
I'm like, really, it would be like me doing like University of Phoenix and holding up like an ASU Sun Devils shirt, being like, yes.
So well, that's not the same school though at all, though.
Right. And Purdue are not the same school at all. It shares the last name, like the name. They are not affiliated.
No, it's not even like online ASU. You could like say that
No, she is not getting. Well, I mean, she wasn't going to actually earn the degree, but she is not getting a degree from Purdue.
Well, that's where she was coming back from when she didn't give me, when she left you hanging. She was breadcrumbing.
She did. Lies.
Liza Minnelli lies. Okay, let's move on to another Amber who was somehow doing worse than our little Amber Portwood, still in the Teen Mom community here. Amber Baltierra has been arrested for stabbing.
Kate and Tyler's sister.
Yeah. For stabbing.
Now, is she in Michigan?
Attempted.
This is Austin, Texas.
Austin Muggs is Austin Muggs shots.
Oh, okay. So this looks like it was from November of last year. Aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Cool. So,
this is bad.
Yeah, there's some really dark shit with her too. I kind of stopped following her on social media because like her ex-husband, there's like a video of like her ex-husband like touching her young daughter like on video. On,
what?
Like, yeah, she was like doing or something. It's pretty haunting. But I mean, one of the things I always think about with Amber is that episode where Caitlin and Tyler go back to their old house because that's where Amber and Butch and all of their family were living. They were like kind of squatting there.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Roll up to the door, and Amber is in a big black hoodie and she's smoking. And you've all seen the meme if you're like in this world at all. And she just looks like shit. And then she says, which in my head, because I will believe I'm the most gullible person. If you tell me something, I'll just take you for it. She's like, I work at it, because she went on live after it aired. And she's like, I work at a dog grooming place. So that's why I look like shit. And I remember in the time being like, no, that makes sense. But then I worked at that horrible fucking dog boarding place in Calgary right when I moved here. And they had a grooming place there. And I would always think that when I went in there, like on days where they were both just like, it was just hot.
Oh my God. I'm just imagining it.
But they didn't even look anything like that. Like they still look like they still walked out of their shift not looking like that.
Well, I mean, but this is also this Amber doing stuff while she's grooming dogs.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I think she might have been under the influence whilst working.
I think so. So that's all the Teen Mom news for that. For this
yikes. Okay, well, we can only go up from here, right?
I don't know. People, I mean, they keep showing that they can go much lower.
Well, you watched something else this weekend, didn't you?
Yeah, I watched. Okay, now listen.
Big news.
So when you're hanging, see, this is why I don't like hanging out with people, because then I have to like conform and, compromise. And I wanted to watch Vanderpump Rules. That was my plan. But this other person had no interest. So I'm like, let's pick on a fucking movie. He suggested this movie called Rad, which is a movie from 1986 that looks like, I watched the preview, it looks like a bunch of guys just rolling around on ATVs, the whole movie. I'm like, why don't we pick something else? So
just like watch sports. Ugh.
It would have been just as boring. So we go on to Max. Thank you, Jean. But in case you saw the and White Chicks is like trending now. It's number 7.
It always is. I feel like it always is. I don't know.
It always is?
I feel like it probably is listening to us talk about Heather McDonald and how she annoys us.
No, but this is maybe it's recommended for us. This is trending.
I think that's how I know, but I think that's how the algorithm works.
We're responsible.
It makes us think it's trending.
Oh, they're lying. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, anyway, I watched White Chicks and it was truly funny. I laughed out loud like often.
Jacob says it's horrible. Don't watch it.
No, I really liked it. I thought the writing was really good. And
it held up.
It truly did hold up. It was like smart writing. It wasn't just like zany off the wall, like
okay.
This was, have you ever seen this?
I have. Yeah, I think it like some of the stuff does hold up, but I know this is where you're going with it.
People in it now, like this is the wrong thing to have on the screen while I said that, but there are a lot of people in it. But our girl, Heather McDonald, showed up. And then the guy I'm watching this with is like, oh, why do you care about this? I'm like, it's just like no point in me even like beginning the lore of this. Like, do you want me to pause and then talk for 20 minutes about why this is important to me right now?
In a nutshell, in case you want just like a, love to hate something, right? Heather McDonald, juicy scoop, as you and she will very well tell you that she was on Chelsea Lately talk show when it was on E. She always talks about how she wrote on White Chicks, that like the Wayans brothers asked her to be a writer on White Chicks, and that she helped them write scenes and all this kind of stuff. And then I came across something on Reddit where people are like, yeah, she wasn't a writer. There was a recent episode where someone said something and she's like, no, I wasn't a writer. I heard that they were already writing the movie and I asked if I could help. And one of the Wayans had her come in and like help punch stuff up, but she didn't like report to a job. She's not credited on the film.
She was independent
wasn't hired as a writer. Like she came in and like as a friend a day or two to like.
She did a couple punch ups.
Yeah,
it's a Liger job.
She never wrote, but she has said consistently for years that she wrote on White Chicks, and we just found this out recently. So
she's in the room, like she'll be like, "Oh, I wrote on that." So anyway, she's also in it, and I gotta say, she was funny. She was memorable. Like, I was like, "Good job, Heather."
She looks so different here.
I know she really does. This is the hard thing with her, is that I do like her. Like I started listening to her because I liked her. And then every so often she'll put out a great episode where she doesn't irritate in any way. Which probably a lot of people think about me.
There are times when she can be really funny, but she's at a level where it's an unjustified cockiness and confidence. She's drinking her own
Kool-Aid a little too much.
Yes. Which is actually, if I can throw in really quickly, and I know we are going to get to Browntown. I actually did find a blind item that I found really interesting. Let me see where it's at. About someone that I think we all know who has drunk the Kool-Aid. I'm going to pull it up here and read it to you in a second. So while I'm pulling that up, excuse me, while I'm pulling that up, do you want to talk about the other thing that you watched?
Yeah. So the other, by the way, guys, if you're like watching a movie like with a boy and you have to compromise a bit, I really think it's, well, Jacob doesn't like it, but I thought it was good. And I mean, gets so stoned. I mean,
okay.
I don't watch it somewhere, but I mean, it was great. It was perfect for my level of, but then I also watched Vacation, which, it's like the kind of the remake with Ed Helms and Christina Applegate. These two kids who are both hilarious. Charlie Day is in it. The only reason I knew about this is because I would always see on TikTok, the clip, like the little clips that Charlie Day is in, the scenes. So I knew it existed. But then this came up. It's on new on Netflix. Jody's so irritated.
That dude's voice gets on me. Like it
right.
Okay, I feel like I'm Kramer hearing Mary Hart's voice on Seinfeld. Like I feel like I'm gonna go into a seizure when I hear his voice. I don't know why.
My voice is pretty loud like that too. But anyway, the whole time it was like a laugh. I laughed at every joke pretty much out loud. I laughed out loud so many times. Everyone was funny. I would watch this again. I would watch this like right now. This might be like a good like just like put in the background kind of movie. It's hilarious. The two boys are hilarious. Charlie Day is great in it. And at the so the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, maybe they shouldn't have called this Vacation, because maybe that's why people didn't watch it, because it was like, well, they're just doing a remake of an already good.
Yeah.
But then at the end, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but the whole time they're driving to their parents' house, and then their last name is Griswold, and then at the end they showed up at parents' house and it's the fucking Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo. Chevy Chase won a Razzie for his performance in this, which I think is so funny. And
I was gonna say, I'm like, I don't know if I like that ending. It's too cheesy.
It was cute. Well, I didn't see it coming. I was shocked. Got a little teary-eyed. Anyway, Vacation, great. What was your show me this blind?
Okay, well, I will kind of read us into Browntown, but really quickly, I will give you an update on Jody's. We'll call it a fictional movie TV corner, because I really only like unscripted things. I started getting into Downton Abbey.
Did you really?
Yeah, I'm about halfway through season 1, I believe.
Oh my God.
That sister.
What do you think of Mr. Bates? I love you, Mr. Bates.
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of like
I love Mr. Bates.
He's just gonna be like boring, and him and that other chick.
He's got a pretty good backstory. It's gonna take a long time to get there, but it'll be worth it.
Like I'm like, okay, just what happened to you with the fucking leg? Like, okay, he's just like limping around all the time. But that sister, the sister that wrote the letter,
the middle one,
one, she's sneaky. I don't like that one. Yeah, the one that's like second to the end on the right.
No, she's good. Do you know what happens with the youngest sister?
No, don't tell me.
I won't say anything. You're gonna have fun watching that one. All right. That's what's so good about Downton Abbey, is it's such a slow burn, but then you got the fashion and the acting and everyone's beautiful. But then shit happens and it comes out of fucking nowhere. You're shocked.
Okay. I'm excited. Right. Okay, so I'll read you. This is perfect. A drinking their own Kool-Aid. This will be our last thing before Browntown. This is another blind item. And okay, so I'm gonna pull this up. I won't be able to see you. So if you have something to say, yell at me.
I will.
Okay. All right. This is from Blind Gossip. It's titled Drunk and Junk Housewife. You probably know by now that Real Housewife does not refer to a woman who is married and stays home to take care of the husband and kids and house. It refers to a woman looking for attention and creating drama for a reality TV show. Sometimes that behavior backfires. Let's talk about a Real Housewife who embarrassed herself during a night out. Here's what happened. She was out filming an episode of her Real Housewives of whatever series. She hit up a couple of bars in a major city. She drank a lot. Then she started hitting the bartenders. The bartender in the first bar looked like he was young enough to be her son. That didn't stop her. She was getting drunk and started hitting on him. He wasn't playing along and kept turning away from her. Did she take the hint and give up? No, she did not. Instead of taking the hint, she got even more aggressive with him. She started sliding $100 bills across the counter at him and telling him she would make it worth his while to go home with her. Ew, did that work? No, and she was not happy that he was ignoring her. He kept saying, "Leave me alone. I'm not interested." She was not hearing it. So she started making comments about his junk. Maybe she thought it was funny, but it was flat out harassment. She was making everyone uncomfortable. The bartender just shook his head and walked away. Our salty housewife is not a quitter. Having failed in that pickup, she suggested to the crew that they try a different bar. Can you guess what happened at the next bar? She tried doing the exact same thing. She got more drunk. She picked out a cute young male bartender. She tried flirting and bribing and making vulgar comments to him. Did that work this time? None of it worked. She got exactly the same reaction. It was so bad that even the crew was laughing about how lame she was. She eventually got up. She went home very drunk and very alone. It was such a failure and such an embarrassment twice that the footage didn't even make it to air. Perhaps the franchise thought it would just be too much of a black eye on the series to show one of their stars as a crude, drunk, harassing loser. Whew. Okay.
What does that have to do with Downton Abbey? I was waiting for the Downton Abbey part to come in.
Oh, no, it doesn't have to do with Downton Abbey. It was just like a little.
Oh, okay. Well, I would ask you to read it again so I can re-listen, but I'm not having you read that again. All right. I was like,
it was just a blind item.
Maggie Smith? Like, who the fuck is this? Okay.
It was saying housewife.
Camera. I think it might be Luann.
Oh,
Sonia.
No.
I think.
Now, this one was never officially solved. However, I'm surprised in the comments no one's guessing this. Yeah, Jacob Salty.
Wait, can I guess? Can I guess? Can you do you think I would be able to? Would I be? Oh, wait, what?
Florida Stanley is a really good hint here for you.
Okay. Heather?
Yes. Everyone was guessing Heather Gay from Salt Lake City.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
They did say the black eye and like Salt.
Okay. Well, I was thinking of Downton Abbey the whole time, so I was trying to like only think of those people.
Ooh, Tamara, that's a good guess. What I just found really extra sad about that is the money part. Like you and I have talked about Heather drinking her own Kool-Aid, but the money part, like bribing bartenders and them saying like, I am not interested, leave me alone.
That's the part that is the most devastating for me. Like go, oh my God, I saw this TikTok.
Going to the next bar too and being like, no, I'll show you guys. He was just like crazy.
And then knowing that the guy's walking away and going like, this drunk bitch over here. I saw a TikTok the other day that was like, if you ever want to double text someone, imagine them at the bar with their friends receiving that text and going like, oh my God, like one of those. How is that it will stop you?
Yeah. Yes.
Well done on both sides. Are we ready?
They're texting all their friends. Yeah. All right, let's do this. Let's go to Browntown.
Oh, you have a crossword puzzle in here, yeah?
That's yes. Okay, yeah, let's go to Browntown.
Where is it? All right, let's go.
Browntown. Everything's waiting for Pooh.
Little New York crossword to transition us into Browntown. There was mosh pits as a clue this week. Slam dancing locales. Nothing like a Brown family mosh pit.
There was also along the bottom there, chase.
Oh, chaste. Yes. Very chaste.
Which is how Cody prefers his daughters to go about their dating.
Don't go trading those hormones. Well, let's check in with Christine and see how she's doing. All the ladies independent, right? Oh, wait.
No, now we just do literally everything together. So David is doing fucking plexus with Christine now. And they did a whole ad here. This is a reel. And it's her talking about David. I told David he wanted his blood sugar, and David's like,
David, my name is David from Moab.
I gotta tell you, I'm the most stubborn person in the world, you guys. But like, really, I'm down 15 pounds.
They give talk about how he's down 15 pounds since starting plexus. And here's the caption for this. David claims he is super stubborn, but even he can't deny the results from plexus. His blood sugar is way down and he's lost 25 pounds. I'm down 40. Ready to take control of your health? Join our accountability group. Drop the word stubborn in the chat for more info. It's a little inside joke with hilarious David.
Okay, let's look at this photo. Now, I do think Christine has gotten healthier, feeling more confident. 40 pounds though? Wow. Like when did she start counting?
I think she's lost 40 pounds since the show started.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I'm like, great.
Yeah.
Great. I just
But,
don't like the MLM stuff. Come on. Ugh.
Oh my God.
Yes, thank you, Mama Squirrel, Christine, by David and Neil Med. Like a nutty pot.
A nutty pot, yeah.
Still the Navage.
Sometimes I look at them and I'm like, these are just people that just have such a different personality and brain chemistry than I do. And maybe I wish I could be like that. I wish I could just be like, we're gonna do this together. Yeah. And be super earnest about it and have no cynical way of looking at this.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
good for them, I guess.
Good for them. I mean, they got that money, they got their Airbnb money. Good for them.
Listen, I am all for them upping their own bank account so they can throw more money at their lawyers.
Right. But the MLM stuff is really however, who else was in the news this week? You guys, the actual, Daily Mail news.
Still,
girl, Janelle. Janelle, who knew, made Daily Mail headlines. Sister Wives star Janelle Brown reveals she lost one of her family's chickens to a hawk. Quote, R.I.P. little hen.
Oh my God. What? This is a slow news week, clearly. Yeah. But I do have that.
If I can throw up these photos of Janelle that the Daily Mail. Oh, okay.
Sorry. No, you do that.
These are the photos the Daily Mail chose from her TikTok to post. Only the most flattering. This is, Janelle.
Not a bad picture, I think.
But right up in there.
Well,
we lost a chicken to her. And then it says, so welcome to agriculture. Her face looks like emojis are the theme.
It looks like that emoji. Yeah.
The emoji with like the wavy, like
I use that one a lot. That is a good emoji for people like us who are people pleasers. Cause like it can be like, even if you're kind of looking at someone like, oh,
I did the best I could.
Yeah. Right. Do you want to see this?
Yeah, video? Let's see it.
There's also another one after this that I'll play about Janelle almost getting internet scammed. It's the best one I've seen yet, guys. All right, here's the chickens.
Today, we discovered that we lost a chicken to a hawk. And look, Maddie has this cute little flock, small, in the backyard. And they don't have names because I know better, and so do they. And they're really well taken care of. They're well protected. There's these trees that keep the aerial predators out, but this one loves to get out, or did love to get out and wander in the...
I don't know why it keeps glitching like that, but it goes on to no ending. And she's like, this is my life now. I guess this is my life. Losing the chickens. It's good chicken.
Who knew? Chickens.
We don't name the chickens, but because that could happen. But this is my life, and I just kind of have to get used to it. But I always wonder what are the 60 seconds leading up to Janelle pulling up her phone and being like, I'm gonna record this. Like,
she's so excited. She's so excited.
Look how calm she is. She's a different person than Flagstaff Janelle.
Oh yeah, she just wants to get on that farm in her rubber boots and get a little sunburn on her cheeks, a little sunburn on the back of her neck under her farm hat.
I love it.
Enjoy her grands, because congratulations goes to Madison, and Caleb Rush, as seen here. Amanda, I just wanted to show this to you.
Oh God,
old man Brush.
Oh God,
imagine that up on top of you.
He seems like a good dad. I mean,
yes, he does. You're right.
I think she kind of settled.
And they're happy. Little Amelia, right? Amelia Estelle.
Amelia.
Everyone that was really sweet. Yeah, it's adorable. I mean, sweet little baby. I want to like just squish on that belly. Adorable. Janelle was also busy. Look how pretty our girl.
This is from this morning. What's the first thing what's the most Janelle thing about this that was pictured this morning, or that posted this morning? What's the first thing that's like, oh, Janelle?
That she's worn this dress before.
This was the dress that she wore to, I think, Logan's wedding.
I think she might have worn it to Aspen's, maybe.
Maybe. No, because she's wearing the hat in that one. But I think she's definitely worn this in other. But this is kind of how I look at stuff, where it's like, well, no, I like buying clothes though. But it's like, it looks good on me, and it is a great dress.
I'm gonna wear this, of course.
Wear that
you want to read that to us? Another Janelle just smile right up in the camera. So close.
My friend April Rains and her husband have an extra ticket for a fundraiser this weekend in Raleigh. It's fun to dress up and spend the evening out to a good cause. This seems probably last minute invite. She's like, let's wear the purple. April sang the national anthem, Jody, and then dinner at Angus Barn and auction. H bought For the Heroes, has an amazing track record at helping veterans heal. Oh, that's nice for Garrison.
HBO, I think it's HBO For Heroes. HBO.
Right.
H-Bot? No, you're right.
H-Bot For Heroes. The story shared recovering made was awe-inspiring, and then it got cut off there. But that's nice. But I just thought it was so fitting that Janelle was like, oh, we're the purple.
It's so her, and like she didn't like do her hair any different. She's like, brush this morning.
Spritz.
Rather have an extra cup of tea out on the patio than take a shower. Why not?
I thought you were gonna say take a shower. My favorite news blooper of all time is like this newscaster going, well, it's officially summer and it's 25 degrees outside, which is Celsius, and it's a perfect time to take a dump in the pool, dip in the pool.
Oh.
Because the way they say it is so like,
that is so your humor. Dump in the pool, dip in the pool.
And then they caught themselves so quickly. Oh my God, it's perfect. Okay. Now, Janelle, let's see if I hope
it's really funny.
Because this story kind of goes on and on, but I'll see if it glitches. I'll just stop it and summarize it for you. What is this? Oh, sorry. Let me play this Christine thing really quickly. It's her at her new B&B. Let's pimp her out, get her that money that Robin and Cody stole from her. And is
ready for you. Seriously, one of the greatest honors of my life is to be in a magazine with Lady Diana on the cover. This is from September 5th of 2022, so it's been a hot minute. But I love that I had...
Well, I guess the videos are glitching today. But anyway, it's a magazine of her big spread when she left Cody, and Princess Diana was on the cover, and it's going to be hanging on the walls of her new B&B in Hurricane.
Hurricane.
No,
it's not hurricane, it's hurricane. Also, I just want to say she definitely did have a big spread with David and Moab, if you know what I mean. It's a big spread.
Okay.
Moving on to Meri.
It's like our lesbian date in Moab.
That's right. Meri and Jen, they would have loved that joke about a big spread.
No, they would have both passed away. Wait. Oh, hang on. Take this down.
Okay. I don't know who that lady was anyway. Sorry, we'll get her out of here.
Browntown, Jody. Let me just see if this works.
So today, totally crazy. I have been receiving emails. I've had 3 from somebody claiming to be my bank, and it looks like it's coming from an email address at my bank. Everything looks legit, but the email looks a little weird. So I called my bank. They're like, no, that's not us. Guys, they have sent it 3 times. They're telling me to call the number on the back of my card or call this number, that my account's going to be shut down because of verifying details or something. Guys, it looks really convincing. They've sent it to me 3 times. And, I never answer those people. I always call the people directly. But this one is seriously one of the most legitimate phishing things I've ever seen. So
it played for a little while.
3 times?
Yeah, this one was the most.
3. I need to put up 3 fingers so close to the camera that you only see my knuckle. 3.
Look, I think this is so cute that she's like such a mom at heart. She's like, I need to let everyone know about this. She said this is the best one she's ever seen. She's seen a lot of internet scams, but
Amanda,
if your bank,
I can't tell you how many times my mom has texted every single family member down to all of the grandchildren about this tollway texting scam. It comes several times a week.
Is she warning you or is she a victim of it?
Well, she has been a victim. She bought an Amazon birthday card one time, and then warned all her friends by sending an email about this scam, including the email from which she got the scam from. So the scammers got all of the emails to her other elderly friends. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, no, it's like a tollway scam thing. But this is adorable. This is Janelle just like, you guys, be careful.
And I think, and Janelle, I think, is also kind of like, they even fooled me. I mean,
Yeah.
and I almost got fooled. You
Well,
also
I feel like Janelle, if Janelle watched one of those Dr. Phil episodes where someone brings on their mom or grandma because they've been dating a Nigerian, a gorgeous white old man who's been stuck in Nigeria because he fought in the Iraq war. Like, it's always some weird story that would blow Janelle's mind.
I think Janelle is very much like my parents, where they don't use their debit cards, they pull out cash. Like, I think the CIBC ATM by my dad's house exists just for him to take out money.
Oh yeah, no. My mom, she still doesn't get where I'm like, well, your debit card, like, you can use that as a Visa. Do you see that says Visa? So you can use that as a credit card, like when you go out to eat. No, well, how do they know to do it as credit and not? I'm like, you don't have to say anything. It just does it. Well, I know, but I want it to come from my checking, Jody. I'm like, I know.
Now in Canada, they have, you just tap your phone. Do you have that there?
Yeah. Like, Apple Pay thing.
Yeah, but I feel like that was like a really new thing when I got to Canada, and they had already been doing it for a little bit. We were a little bit ahead of you guys. So I got to be that person for about 6 months. The person in line.
Wait.
To tap it.
Did they let women do what they want with their bodies there?
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Come on. Are you serious?
That's why me being 5 days late on my period isn't like a huge fucking scare, because I could actually make my own decision about that.
Well, if you save up enough money to like pay your doctor bill, right?
Oh no, it's free.
What?
It's subsidized. We also have a new prime minister.
Wait, don't tell me that like they count all the votes, like they actually count them, and you'll elect who's elected.
We didn't vote though. There's like some system there where like the government like picks it based on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm learning this with you. I'm like, oh, all right. Justin Trudeau like appointed him, and then everyone was like, okay.
Civics with Amanda and Jody. Who knew? Yeah. All right, let's
move on to the Belle of the Ball. So we got Meri. Meri is in Cancun or something with some friend. Okay.
With this lady. She's with this lady.
Yeah. Meri must be
again. This is occurring this week. However, this episode from season 13 was 11 years ago. Meri looks like that.
What's that episode
called?
This
week, Meri on her own. ... Not this gal.
No, she is
with white teeth.
She's getting back those years she wasted by, oh my God, this video is
by having
man. Okay. Where do I begin? Now I wish I could play this, but they used 3 entire copyrighted songs in this episode. They used like it starts off with her being like, I'm gonna be a synchronized swimmer, guys. And it's her and her friend like watching, and it's like I forget what the first song is. But then they're like rehearsing to like a different song, like a Hot to Go or something. And then they get in the water. Oh, here's some pictures here, by the way. So it starts out with Meri being like, hey guys, I'm going to be a synchronized swimmer. Then her and her friends are like watching this video here. And
is that Jonelle?
Joelle? No.
Joelle in the bikini? Love that woman is wearing that. Like, I just sincerely do. I wish I had that confidence.
You do?
Like, yes.
I don't know any of these.
A really flattering cut.
The women, I don't know any of them. No, I feel everyone's like sick of Meri, so they're like, let's just go with these 4 like other people.
And why is Meri wearing jean shorts at the pool and like a full shoulder tank top?
Well, she does get in the pool later. Oh, and like, let's see if she got a boob job. Do they look smaller?
Let's see.
Because I feel like you can't really see her in the pool though, because it's kind of like a bad angle. But a shower.
Wow, it looks like they're having a lot of fun.
I mean, I guess
As they're socially distanced from each other in the pool. This looks awful.
I feel like if I was like, okay, this is mean. Can I be mean? If I was a 50-something-year-old
You
woman
know where you are.
who just got divorced, okay, and I'm thinking about leaving my husband, and then there's all these people out here who are having fun dating in their 40s and 50s, but so like, because you're like, am I ever gonna find someone again, or like, what is my life gonna look like?
Yeah.
I think this would set me over the edge to maybe like, or I would lose my nerve to leave my husband, because I'd be like, is that what my life is going to be like? This, because they're really laughing,
vacationing with Meri,
and just this is the fun we're having. So they're practicing the synchronized swimming. I think it's supposed to be a joke, I guess, because then they get in the pool and we now finally see the synchronized swimming. Okay, but they've been practicing to like all of these other songs in the track, and then we start, and it's just Baby Shark.
No, it's not. That was way worse than anything. No, I didn't see it.
And they go, Baby Shark, which is like the actual moves. I don't know why are you rehearsing this outside of the pool first? Baby Shark one way, and then
wait, why are you doing Baby Shark? You're in your 50s, and also Baby Shark was like 3 years ago.
Then when it gets to Mommy Shark, this is when shit gets crazy. This is where they jump into the
This
pool.
is where it gets crunk.
So now when it goes Mommy Shark, they all hit it at the same time. Now their legs are up in the air and they're like waving about. And then that's pretty much the end of it. But people are like going fucking nuts on like watching them. Woo!
This is so embarrassing. Like this really would be. This is going back to high school and doing these stupid high school things. But now as adults, we look back and we'd be like, oh my God, that was so embarrassing. And we were laughing and thinking it was funny. And people were probably like, it wasn't funny then. And we thought it was. And that other people just didn't get our humor, but they did. And it wasn't funny.
And I mean, Meri through the whole thing. And I mean, it's like, it's also like, she does seem like she's having fun, but her laughter never seems like it's coming from a place of actual joy. Does that make sense?
Right.
It always seems like it's a nervous, which look, I don't ever judge anyone for having a nervous laugh. Like I totally.
Or forcing, or you're trying to convince people that you are having fun.
Yeah.
And it's not working.
It's cringier.
Oh God. Oh, here.
Yeah.
Krista says, I cringe so hard when I think of the funny stuff I did as a teenager. That's exactly it.
We're still funnier than this. I don't know. I think Meri just isn't.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I was genuinely pretty funny as a teenager. I was insufferable as well. But yeah, rough stuff for Meri. But I mean, maybe I hope she is having fun. And I said this to Justine on Saturday, but I was like, do you think that there is a man out there who will love Meri purely, a good man, who will love Meri purely for exactly who she is? And Justine just like really was like, there's someone for everyone. And I was like, Meri though? I mean,
I've said this before. He has to be very simple and he has to want to be controlled. Like he has to be not only be content with, but want someone to always take charge.
Like someone who, like a super sub. Like if she like goes after like really submissive, but not even submissive that they're just fine with it, but like aggressively submissive. Like I love being.
Yes, but on the other hand, Meri's going to get really mad because Meri does want to be romanced.
Okay, how about this, Mandisha? There's a woman who will. Now I will. Like I can see that.
I can see that.
Because I think women are a lot deeper than men, and they can like maybe overcome a lot more of the surface thing.
Yes, her immaturity is, and that's what's going to hold her back from finding any good person for her is her maturity level. Because a good man or woman is going to be way too beyond Meri's.
That's what I'm asking. Because like I think that there are probably men that will date her and kind of be fine with her.
Yeah, we'll go out on some dates.
And I truly do. I hope that she could experience someone loving her.
Yeah.
So good luck out there, Meri.
Well, good luck to that. All right, let's head on over to Instagram, shall we?
Are we done? Wait, do you guys want to say hello to this corgi?
Oh my God, the cutest dog. No offense, Scout.
His name is
Walter,
Ace.
but my
Look
God.
at Walter. Look at Walter. You betrayed me.
Yeah.
No.
He kind of looks like a Walter, but with some darker spots.
I think Walter has corgi in him.
Yeah, Jacob, there's a lid for every pot. Kara says that. My grandma used to say that too. There's a lid for every pot.
Yeah.
That puppy is so flippin' cute.
Just pass right back out.
It's like his ears are a little bit more out to the side or something. There's just something unique about him.
Oh, I get him every day, Monday to Friday. I get paid for this.
And he just wants to cuddle you.
He hasn't had a bath yet, so he kind of smells bad. Okay, well, let's get into the Instagram comments.
Okay.
These are good. Last week was rough because it was like the year after Garrison passed, so all the comments were about that. But now people are going back to the good old days. Okay, so let's start with Cody here. This one I enjoyed. This is Cody's in light of a recent unapproved press release, the Meri breakup. Cody said, Lorraine's opinion. That's my opinion. Who says that, Tamara?
Tamara, yep.
I love that quote, though, because sometimes that is the only
That's my opinion.
That's sometimes it's the only appropriate response.
You just have to get it out.
Okay, so Lorraine's opinion is the doll revelation. God, I love. Please never stop trolling Robin about those dolls, because I can promise you that was a fight between her and Cody. I think he lets her get away with a lot of shit, but I think that this was definitely an issue.
I hope so.
Because it's humiliating.
I hope
humiliating.
So.
I hope so too.
I would love that for her.
The doll revelation made me feel a tiny bit sorry for you. This is for Cody, by the way. This booby prize of a wife you're left with has a serious shopping addiction, probably connected with mental health issues, that you'll be feeding for years and years. What will you do after the TV money dries up? She's going to wreck you. And I think that Lorraine has perfectly encapsulated exactly what keeps Cody awake at night. Is I'm stuck with this, and this will wreck me. This will wreck me. What are we going to do?
Can you fix this?
And I love her.
Do you think he's ever brought it up to her? Like, you shop too much?
I think he did now. I think that there was a discussion that probably has been bubbling for years.
I think he went over there with the same tone of our sacred covenant.
Yes. It was the how men talk to women.
Yeah.
Bill,
that you have issues. Because you were hurt.
Yes.
And your daddy and your husband didn't provide for you.
We weren't allowed to
show in a place where we're going to have to choose our prosperity. It'll be, it was something like that. But
it's very that, like, please, Robin, for the sake of the big picture. So,
and she's going to have obviously been hiding it,
that's the worst part. I almost feel bad for her in that aspect, because like now, but you've already gone through the experience of having to humiliatingly be like, I have $30,000 of debt, which is not even that much debt, but no. It's on one card, and it's Victoria. It's not a Visa card to pay my bills. It's Victoria's Secret. So she's already gone through that, and now I have to come back again and because I'm sure at this point I would hope that Cody was like, "Well, just show me everything now. Just lay it all out there."
Yeah, and I mean, the only way that she can play any of this is like, "Oh, it's an investment. It's going to be worth a lot of money. It's an investment. We'll give it to Areola and Solomon." And as Joe says, and then they steal the Declaration of Independence.
Me and Jody recorded a Girl Dinner episode. It's bad. It's our first really bad episode, but it actually kind of takes a turn at the end where we kind of get on track.
We start going through our memory boxes.
Yeah, but I had all these like this huge box of figurines from.
But you have to see. You really do have to see those.
Yeah, so guys, when that comes out, just watch it. It's the same. You get it's the same price for the video, but all of those from the 80s. My mom had looked up each thing and had listed it. 40-year-old figurines, like for the whole box, I think would have been like $500. So like,
Yeah.
and that's for 40 years worth of shit. Like, I don't know how much these American Girl dolls are going to be worth. A couple, what if they get $10,000?
Not even the doll, the clothes.
Well, the clothes you can't really resell.
Well, that's what she's buying. She's not buying it with the doll. She's just buying the clothes.
She has dolls as well.
Yeah, yeah. What else is going on with Cody? Does he know that?
Okay, Addie, mom of 8, says, how has Child Protective Services not investigated them? If you watch the show, Robin's youngest 2 are always dirty, and Ari's hair is never brushed. Those poor kids are so mentally messed up because of Cody and Robin. I 100% agree. It's sad that these poor kids will never get to safety because CPS is too stupid to investigate. Now, I don't even know, like, if CPS, like, is like, what does CPS do?
I don't think, like, you know, CPS needs to be called on them. Like, I don't. I mean, everyone's parents impart some sort of trauma.
Yeah, listen to
like,
our trauma
it's just true. Like, I know my kids are going to be like fucked up because of shit I did.
They're going to be a little better than Brianna and Aurora and working.
Yeah, we don't want them taken away. I mean, and Ariola, I wouldn't want to attempt to brush her hair either because I'm afraid of her.
Yeah, she'll bite you.
So yeah, not touching her.
Let's move on to Robin. There's a few here with Robin. This is kind of a long one. Is it this?
Ooh, it's Leslie, y'all.
Here it is. Okay. Robin. Okay. It's Leslie, y'all says, see, these are the ones that I like where it's just Robin and Cody can't even get mad at them because they're not really being like aggressive. They're just like, here's my opinion. She goes, I just binge watched the show. Honestly, I wanted to get on here and bash you. I'm not. I am, however, going to give my 2 cents. You should stop making it about you. If those other women felt like he put you first, it's not blaming you, it's blaming him. Also, the best thing as a wife is being able to tell a husband when he is in the wrong, not just telling him what he wants or hear it to be the favorite or loyal. All of America can see it, and you can't seem a bit odd. Something's weird there. Also, always playing like I don't know or I forgot. That is an act or the performance. You wanted to feel bad for you wanted everyone to feel bad for you in your ex life. However, you didn't give any of the ladies grace. The wives didn't have good relationships.
Sorry. We're both like, sorry.
Because nobody was safe to talk to. Cody pitted everyone on everyone, and these adult children can even see it. I hope y'all have a wonderful narcissistic life together and rewrite history to make y'all sleep at night.
Oof. Yikes. That's what it is. Like, do you watch yourselves? Do you know what you did?
Just take accountability. I'll let you read this little exchange there. This is on Robin.
All right. We have, this is still on Robin's here. We have Keta Giraldas. Don't know. I'm watching the first episode of the show, and the vibes were definitely pretty until Robin came along with all the amount of kids. That's where the Brown family tranquility came. Frown face. There's some sarcasm in there. That amount of kids, she had 3. Exactly. Many not to be of him. I don't get what she's saying on top of 13.
Okay, so
they're trying to say like she brought enough of her own children into this mix, right?
So then Joel is trying to kind of stand up for Robin by saying that amount of kids, she had 3, saying like that's not that many. No hearts on that one. And then Kat Geraldos says exactly many not to be of him, which is a very Handmaid's Tale weighted. Oh, you know what? Both of those were translated. Casta is translated, so that's why it sounded. And then Fanny Charette says on top of 13. So really, again, like I've said, if you stand up for Robin in the comments, be prepared for other people to come immediately at you.
They're gonna come after you.
And lastly, we'll leave this on. Sorry, did you want to say something? You leaned.
Oh no.
Okay,
just throwing up comments. Yeah.
And
I was saying herd mentality. I said Robin will dance for money and a cap when we're homeless.
Exactly. My favorite thing about Sister Wives Cringe, that podcast, the Raccoon podcast, is that they constantly refer to Robin and her breakdancing pussy.
Oh,
like, Robin brought in her breakdancing pussy. Yeah. And lastly, on Robin's, we got Wyoming is a W, Robin. And with that, we will end out Browntown. Because my God, Robin, you are such an idiot. And I love that in that moment, Meri is who you don't want there if you're going to slip up like that. Because she's like, Wyoming's a W, Robin. Robin, did you know that? Robin?
Remember when Robin, I mean, everything for the next 20 years had to be anything spelling. Well, don't go to Robin for any.
Sure. Yes.
And I love that for her. I love that journey.
I love that yes, please make Robin as uncomfortable as possible. All right, guys.
That's
well,
right.
That's it. Thanks for joining us. Please smash that like. Please stay around and leave a comment.
Little thumbs up. Let us know what you're doing for St. Patrick's Day in the comments. We're going to be reading them. We're going to be back here every Monday at noon Central. We're recapping all the Browntown events that week, hot topics, what's on TV and movies. And then when the rest of the season comes back, we'll be back to recap in every episode. We love you guys.
I think April 27th, I think, is when we're coming back with the full recap. Please do leave us a ton of voicemails. Don't leave us any more TRP requests if you just think that we're desperate for them. But if you have good ones, go ahead and email us, amandajody1@gmail.com. Leave us your TRP request. And lastly, this will be available ad-free on our Patreon at the $3 level, the Amanda Loves to Hate Teen Mom level, and up.
We love you. Amanda, I'm going to have you sing us out with our outro.
What? I'm not singing.
I know.
What?
I'm just going to have you sing us out so I don't mess us up and press buttons over and over again.
Got it. All right. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day to you all.
St. Patty's Day.
We love you. And you know what? You're all adults. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, guys, it's been a blast. Thank you so much for joining us today on our We Love to Hate Everything channel. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like or even a comment, and click on that bell if you want notifications, because you never know when we might pop up and go live. Please check out our other 2 podcasts on Patreon, where we snark on even more TV, movies, and pop culture. We got Total Request Podcast, that's patreon.com/trpod, and We Love to Hate TV, patreon.com/love to hate TV. Thanks again, and we will see you next time.